All right, y'all, let's talk about Pretty Woman. You already know the vibes, right? Julia Roberts as the charming, street-smart Vivian, Richard Gere as the cold businessman Edward who somehow melts by the end. Yeah, that movie is straight up classic. It's been over 30 years and people still watch it like it came out last week, and there's a reason for that. But there's something way more interesting, and that is now, the internet is buzzing like crazy. Why? Because folks think Pretty Woman 2 might actually be in the works. Now, before you get too hyped, let me break it down for you. A few months ago, a fan-made Pretty Woman 2 poster popped up online, and people went crazy thinking it was real. Suddenly, everyone was a Pretty Woman fan who's craving for a sequel. Spoiler alert, the poster is fake. Yeah, it's super convincing, but fake. But here's the thing, just because it's fake doesn't mean it didn't make a difference. That poster had people hungry for more Vivian and Edward. It's like the internet collectively said, hey, why don't we have a sequel to this iconic rom-com? Let's think about it. Pretty Woman wasn't just another rom-com. It's a huge part of pop culture, and it's still iconic to this day. Not to forget, thanks to streaming, especially with Julia starring in Netflix's Leave the World Behind, people are revisiting her old work. And Pretty Woman? It recently shot up Netflix's trending list again. That's how it goes. A new project pops off, people get curious, then bam. The classics start trending. So between that and the fake poster going viral, there's clearly still a market for this story. And don't forget, Hollywood loves revivals. We've got a Legally Blonde 3 coming, Mean Girls got the musical treatment, and they're even talking about doing more Clueless related stuff. And we all know The Princess Diaries 3 and The Devil Wears Prada 2 are on the way. So why not Pretty Woman 2? So honestly, it wouldn't be that surprising if Pretty Woman got the same treatment. Now the big question, would Julia Roberts and Richard Gere actually come back? Let's start with Richard. He's always been kind of low-key about the movie. Like, he once said he didn't even get why people were obsessed with it. He was like, it's about a hooker. Why are teenagers watching this on repeat? But plot twist. Recently, at this gala in New York, someone asked him about doing a sequel and he said he'd consider it if the script is good. Okay, not bad. Not bad at all. What about Julia, though? I can't imagine Pretty Woman without the prettiest woman herself. Well, Julia has been more playful about the idea. In an interview last year, she joked that Edward probably passed away in his sleep, peacefully, with a smile on his face, and now Vivian's the boss running his whole empire. Like, ma'am, I wasn't ready for that. But also, I'd totally watch that. Julia as the CEO, like making deals, empowering other women. Yeah, I'm so in. So look, we got Julia saying she's open, Richard saying, if the script's good. I can't see why this movie wouldn't happen. Okay, let's do a little fan fiction for a sec. What would this sequel actually be about? Option 1. Vivian is running Edward's business now, turning it into something more ethical, maybe giving second chances to women like herself. It's a redemption arc, a glow up, and still got that romantic drama. Maybe there's a new love interest. Or maybe Richard's Edward didn't die and they're just navigating life as older adults. You know, the whole what does happily ever after really look like? Or maybe we go the legacy route. Vivian and Edward had a kid, just like the poster suggested, Emma Roberts, who's actually Julia's real-life niece. And now the movie's about the next generation. Maybe the daughter learns about her mom's past, and it's this whole coming-of-age thing with a little romance on the side. And Tom Hardy as the new love interest or rival CEO? Yes, please. Another angle? They could even adapt Pretty Woman, the musical, into a film. That's been running since 2018 and folks actually love it. Could be a fresh, fun way to modernize the story and introduce it to Gen Z without touching the original's legacy too much. Right now, nothing is official. But, and it's a big one, if a good script lands and the timing works out, we could be looking at a 2026 or 2027 release. That gives enough time for casting, filming, and editing. So what do y'all think? Should Pretty Woman 2 actually happen? Let me know in the comments below and watch this video next.